Hello. So let us start. How can we solve these problems? First, let me start with the strings, right? Okay. I'm just starting with strings now. So wait a second. I think it's buffering, right? Yes, I think it's clear now, right? Okay. Let us start with the strings. What is the concept of strings? I need to connect to my device. So sorry for this disturbance, right? We'll be starting with the warm-up problems, but before that, let me explain you why we use these strings and also how do we define strings. There might be multiple languages, right? To your language, the same syntax will be used everywhere, but the only difference is sorry, the syntax will be different, but we'll be having the same algorithm or same logic for the problems, right? I'll try to give you the algorithm and let me code after giving you the algorithm. So I just had set up these things. Now, let us just start with the strings. What are the strings and why do we use these strings, right? That's the first thing we need to be clear, right? So what are strings? I need to be clear of what are strings, right? So this string, if I have to be clear, they are just a data structure, right? This data structure is used to store, like it is a combination of characters, different characters, right? Now, what is the character? A, this is a character. B, it is a character. This is also a character. Dollar is also a character. Dot is also a character. Comma, comma is also a character. So all these are characters. So the combination of characters will give you a string. That's it, right? So the combination of these alphabets will give you a word, right? So the combination of characters or alphabets will give you a word. But the string means this string means we'll be having this string means we'll be having different types of alphabets. It might be a small character or a large character, or it might be a capital letter, or it might be also a number, right? So let me take a bike number, right? Now TG 00AZ1111. So this can be stored in a string, but it cannot be stored in in an integer type, but it can be stored in a string, right? So that's why if you see if you see about string is it can be other in Python and C and also C++ and also Java. In these three languages, we will initialize this as string, right? So it is quite clear that we'll be having the strings to store the characters one after the other. Now, why use strings? Why to use strings? Why strings? This might be a doubt, right? So let us understand uh, why we need to use these strings. It is much light. So why? So for this question, let me give you the explanation. Like if we want, so if we want to store the combination of digits, alphabets, symbols, then we need to use strings, right? It might be clear for you. So if you want to store the combination of digits, alphabets, and also symbols, then we need to definitely use strings, right? So that's why we'll be using these strings, right? So if anyone is new to this channel, we will be having the DSA sessions from I have started with arrays and then came to strings just now. So if you are new to this channel, please do like this live session and also subscribe to my channel. It will increase my confidence. Now let's go with the problems. Just these are just a warm-up problems for your understanding. I'll be starting with the warm-up problems. Reverse a string. Now let us we need to start with reverse a string. Wait a second. Reverse a string. No, we didn't. Yes, this is an easy problem. Reverse string. Okay, let us see whether is it right or not. Write a function that reverses a string. The input string is given as an array of characters s. Right? Okay. We are going with array of characters. Yes. Okay. Now, you must do this by modifying the input array in place with big O of 1 extra memory. Now, uh, so what is given in the problem? I'll just take this out and make it over here, right? So that uh, you can just see me coding here or explaining here, right? So we are at this point. We are at this point. Reverse a string here. We are here. Reverse a string, right? Now let us see. What are we given with that? Write a function. We need to write a function, okay, and the input string is given as an array of characters s, array of characters, which is not like the same string, array of characters, and given it as s. So s is nothing but array of characters. Okay, you must do this by modifying the input array in place with big O of extra memory, big O of 1 extra memory. That means we will not be using extra, no extra memory. We should not use any extra memory. So what they are saying us is, like, let us take the example first so that you can understand it clearly. So Hello, okay, Hello, hello, right? So if this is the array of characters, now we should not use what do they mean by big O of 1 extra space is we should not use another array of characters. So we should not do that. That's what they are asking us. So we should not use extra space. So how can we solve this? Now we need to reverse it, right? So if I have Hello, now I need to reverse it. What will be the output after reversing it? O will be here, L will be here, and then L will be here, and then E will be here, and then H will be here. So if you see, the last character has become my first character, and the first character has become my last character. Now, the second last character has become my second character, and the second character has become my second last character. Now, the middle character is as it is, it is not changing, right? So, last character is swapped with first character, first character. Now, second last character is swapped with second character. Now, this continues until we reach a point if there is a middle, right? Where do we get a middle? We are just reversing a string. So where do we get a middle? Only when we have odd size of array S. So if we have the odd array size, then we'll be having a mid, then we need not to do anything. So my intuition is algorithm or intuition, whatever, but my thought is, let's go from the intuition to the algorithm. So my intuition is, what if I have a pointer like j here and then a pointer like I here? Now I and j will be swapped, right? The characters at I and j will be swapped, and then I will be moved to the next point. Let me take another color. I will be moved to the next point here, and then j will be moved to the next point here, and then when they meet, or when I is, okay, I is greater than or equal to j, then we need to break. Okay, so let me get n as size of array. Now what will be the I will be 0, and what will be the j will be n minus 1. Why? Because if the size is n is 5, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So j will be at n minus 1, 4, right? Now the algorithm will be something like, while I is less than j, then only we'll be running the loop, right? Now what I'll do, I will be incremented and j will be decremented. So swap elements at indices I and j. So while I is less than j, we'll be doing this. So this is the first step, and this is the second step, and this is the third step. So this is nothing but the initialization. And then we need to, do we need to return anything? No, I think no. So let us see. Do we have to return anything? Uh, No, we need not to return anything. It is just a void. So let me just code it in C++, and if you are in another language, just look at this algorithm and then you can just code it. So reverse a string. First thing, it might go wrong, so don't take me uh, bad. Okay, I is equal to 0 and j is equal to n minus 1, but it will be initialized in the next line in j is equal to n minus 1. Okay, now while I is less than j, then only swap, just swap them. Swap s of I and s of j. Okay, s of I and s of j, I plus plus j minus minus, and we need not to return anything, right? So let us just run it. Let us see whether it runs or not. Okay, it just ran. I'm just submitted. I have just submitted the code. Yes, it had, but it is taking a 3 ms, right? So it is giving me 3 ms, nothing but 3 milliseconds of runtime. Time complexity. If I have to get to this time complexity, this will be run for just bigger of n by 2 and bigger of 1. I am not using any space, extra space. So the time complexity will be bigger of n by 2 and the space complexity will be bigger of 1. Do we have to uh, optimize it? If you have any ideas, you can just share me, right? So I'm not thinking about we can just optimize it again. So I'm just thinking that it is enough, right? But it is giving me that it beats only 7.54, and I know we should not consider them. But the memory, if you see 27.34, right? It might be stuck here. Memory, I think I'm taking much memory. So if you have any doubts, or if you want to share your thoughts, or if we can just optimize it again, right? Then you can just tell me, right? So yes, if you have any doubts or if you want to share your thoughts, you can just share it here, right? I think there are I think no doubts from your side, right? So let me go to the next problem, but before that, let's just see what is till now. What are the subscriber counts, right? Okay, the subscriber count. think will be in analytics. Okay, so reverse function is okay. Okay, if you are new to this channel, please do subscribe to my channel so that we can go to the next problem, right? So can we just optimize it again, right? So this is our code. This is our code. Can we do optimize it again, right? Do you have any thoughts about this? Let me know in the live chat. Now I'm thinking like there is a standard template library in C++. So reverse s dot begin s dot end. Right. Let us see whether it runs or not. Right. We just need to my thing to today's target is for reaching. Okay, it is giving me 0 ms, so that's where I got like a optimized solution. So this is about today's problem, just the warm-up problem. But let's go deeply to the next problem, right? Let's go to the next problem. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the live chat. Okay, now let me just go to the next problem. Palindrome check. Yes, this is the another problem, right? Palindrome check. Let us take let me take you to the problem. I am new to this channel. May I know what you are teaching? So, Mahesh Reddy, bro, I am teaching strings in DSA. So I'll be coding in C++, but the algorithm you can just code it by just looking at the algorithm. Okay. Now, palindrome check. Let me see. It's not, I think, check. There is nothing like palindrome check. It might be a valid palindrome. Yes. It might be like this valid palindrome. Okay. Is palindrome or not? So that's the task we need to do in this problem. So let us see what the question states, right? Palindrome check. Let us see. So, a phrase is a palindrome if after converting all uppercase letters into lowercase letters and removing all alphanumeric characters, it reads the same forward and backward. Alphanumeric characters include letters and numbers. Okay. I have just read the problem. Right. Given a string S, return true if it is palindrome or false otherwise. A phrase is a palindrome. Okay, palindrome. We need to check whether a phrase or a string is palindrome if after converting all uppercase letters into lowercase letters and removing all non-alphanumeric characters or non-alphanumeric characters. So first thing which we need to do is uppercase to lowercase, right? And removing all non-alphanumeric characters. Remove all non-alphanumeric characters. Non-alphanumeric characters. So that means all the symbols and also the spaces, right? And also the semicolon and colon, comma, and all. Now, alphanumeric characters include letters and numbers. Okay, alphanumeric. Okay, okay. We can include numbers, right? So if it is not a number and also an alphabet, we need to remove it. So we need to just change. the whole string, the whole string into lowercase. How can we change a string into lowercase? So if you see, uh, the 65 is nothing but which will give us a, and 97, I think 97 will give us small a. Let's see. Let's just print it over here. Cat C is equal to capital A, and let me just int I is equal to C. Then C out I and L. I'll just return true for now. But I need the output. That's it. That's why I'm using. So capital A is 65. Let us see for small a. Small a is 97. Yes, we are true. So 97 is for small a, lowercase a, and 65 is for uppercase a, right? Uppercase a and lowercase a. Now for B, 98 is for B and 66 is for capital B, right? So what is the difference here? 97 minus 65. 97 minus 65. Just 2 and then 32. So if we are having a capital letter, capital or or uppercase, just we need to add 32 to the character. That's it. We just need to add 32 to the character, and then we need to convert into the character. Let me see. So let me tell you whether it gives a capital or not. Oh, okay. So I'm just going with the characters. Int I is equal to 0, I is less than s dot size I plus plus. Int a is equal to s of I. If it is a capital letter, how can I know it is a capital letter? If it is 65 plus, I think we are having 26 alphabets. 65 plus 26. Yes, 6 plus 5 is 12, and then 6. I think, well, we are wrong. 6 plus 5 is not. No. I think we are having only 26 characters, right? 26. 6 plus 5 is 11. 6, 7, 6 and 7. Yes, we are right. 91, right? So if it is, if it is, if the A is less than or equal to 91 and A is greater than or equal to 65, then we need to uh, change it to A plus is equal to 32. So it will be changed to a small character, uh, lowercase letter, and S of I is equal to character of A. Let me just print S and then return true at the end. So I'm just running the code. Let us see whether it gives me all or small or lowercase letters or not. Let me check. So race a car, no, it is not having any uppercase letters. A man, a place, yes, it is giving me all small or lowercase letters. Now what I need to do, if a character is not a what I need to say, if a character, so I have just changed it to small. So the first thing, uppercase to lowercase, has been, the problem has been solved. So the 50% of problem is solved. Now remove all non-alphanumeric characters, and then we need to check about whether is it a palindrome or not. It is a quite interesting problem. Remove all non-alphanumeric problems, sorry, characters. So if the character is not a number and also not a alphabet, then you just need not consider, don't consider, right? But I don't know where does this fall. these all fall, right? But where does the semicolon is, where does the other dollar or a star or a dot or a comma, where does all these come under in ASCII value? If you don't know about ASCII value, American standard for, I think it is, I don't know what about this. Let me just Google it. ASCII, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So that's what they have given. The 65 is for capital A, nothing but uppercase A. 97 is for lowercase a. So these are about the alphabets. So what is my next task? The next problem which I am facing is, if the character is not alphabet and also a number, then we just not need not consider it. So is mm, what I am doing is, so let me just take the number 0, right? So let me just take a number. I'll be having this code here itself. So first I'll create a string new s, right? So if condition satisfy, right, condition satisfy that it is a alpha numeric, then push it into a new string, right? Okay, now let us see whether how does the condition satisfies or no. But the condition I doesn't bother about it for now. Let me just consider new s dot push back s of I. Okay, now what condition I need to specify? So if it is this a or this a, okay, this a comes under 97, what about plus 26? 97 plus 26, what it will give? 6 plus 7, 13, right? And then 123. Okay, so if a is less than or equal to 123, and a is greater than or equal to 97, and there are another things, but let me just check whether does 0 comes, whether does 0 comes. Character c is equal to 0, int x is equal to c. I need to just print x. Let me just print x, right? Okay, condition I think I need not know. This should be removed. Okay, 48. Okay, 48. Now where does 9 falls? Where does the 9 falls? 48. Okay, how find out that 0, the ASCII value for 0 is 48. What about 9? 9 is just will be 57. 48 plus 9 will be 57, of course. So if a is less than or equal to 123 and greater than or equal to 97, and a is less than or equal to 57, and a is greater than or equal to 48, then us dot pushback s of I, right? Now let me check whether the new s is having, as we need see out new s ended, right? So let us see. If you are having any doubts, please let me know in the live chat. So new s, I think it will be perfect, that new s will be perfect with without, no, it hasn't been perfect, right? No. Nearest dot pushback s of I. So a should be less than or equal to 123, and a should be greater than or equal to 97. It should be or. It should be or. Right? So it can be alphabet or it can be a number, numeric, alphanumeric, but not non-alphanumeric. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Right? Okay. So for empty we are expected true, right? Okay, let us see now. I'll just write i'll just write is is valid of new s. If it returns true, it will also the function will also return true. So let me just write another function uh, is valid string s. So return true. But when does it will give a wrong answer, or when does we say it is not a palindrome, right? So let us see when a string is not a palindrome, right? Odd size of arrays. So this is the second problem. This is the first one, right? And this is the second one which we are solving now. Okay, now how can we check whether is it a palindrome or not? We have just removed the 80% of the problem has been solved, but we are left out with just solving whether a string is palindrome or not. Let me take M-A-D-A-M. So M and M, yes, they are same. A and A, yes, they are same. But when it comes to D, no, we don't check it. So what I'll do, I is here and J is here, I plus plus and J minus minus. Let me initialize it, but wait, I'll write the all of them. But before that, if any of it S of I is not equal to S of J, then we'll return false there itself. Let us see. But I need to take the size. So N is equal to S dot size and I is equal to 0, J is equal to N minus 1. The same thing, the same code again, the same two pointer approach again, while I is less than J. So if I is equal to J, then no need to check. If I is greater than j, then we need to stop. Equal to j, then we need to stop, right? Or I is greater than j, we need to stop. I plus plus and j minus minus. So if s of I is not equal to s of j, then we need to return false there itself, right? So this is just about the algorithm. If not, will return true. The same algorithm will be used for the Java or the programming language which we are working on. Now, int n is equal to s dot size, right? Okay. Int int i is int I is equal to 0, j is equal to n minus 1, while I is less than j. If s of I is not equal to s of j, then return false there itself, and I plus plus j minus minus. That's it. I think that runs. Okay, let us see. Yes, let me submit the code. I think it is just an easy problem. Wrong answer, right? Okay. marge. Okay, let me take what is the problem here. So I have given with M. Let me just change the color here. Let me just change the color. margeleps went. I think something is wrong here, right? In the code, something is wrong, right? Okay, wait. If you are having any logic or if you know our code, I'm just changing. I'm just removing these address, right? So can I change? Can I change the? Wait a second. Can I change the description here? I think no. I think we cannot change the description. No, let it be. So the problem which we are solving is valid palindrome, valid palindrome in lead code. So we just got an error here. So we just got an error here. I await, and then news, and then telegram. Let me take every character first. So I will be taking every character. M. So I need to get like this: MargeletlesWentit and NEWS telegram, right? So M, and then ARG. So it need to be true, but I know that it need to be true, but let me just check what is the new S is giving. No, I need to get it for this one, right? I'm using this test case. Let it be. So where does this thing falling went? Let's, and then I'm having like why I'm getting this went. Okay, new s dot pushback. Okay, I'm just pushing this s of I. Okay, so if s of I is equal to this, then see out. Yes, I'm just printing like this so that I might know whether the s of I, whether is it. Yes, it is. It has printed for 2 times, right? But how many times is it occurring? Only one time, right? Only one time. But why is it giving me for 2 times? That's where the problem is. So if a is less than or equal to 91 and a is greater than or equal to 65. Okay. Now let us check. Let me just remove all of this, and I'll just return true at the end. But there might be a problem here, 91 and then 65. There might be a problem. Let me check what does this flower brace, right? So character C is equal to this, and then int x is equal to C out x. There might be a problem somewhere. So this might come under 65 or in the range on 91, like that. Okay. So it is 123. It is saying that 123. Yes, it should not be equal to 123. It should be less than 123. And where does this one comes under, right? It is 91. So it should be less than 91. So that's where the problem is. So the mistake I did is giving like equal to 91 and also equal to 123. That's where I got the errors. So I think I don't get any error now. Yes. No need to take this, and I'm just submitting it right now. So this is how we have solved the palindrome check. Right now, uppercase to lowercase and remove all non-alphanumeric characters. Yes, reversed a string and also palindrome check. We have solved this. Now let me go to the next page. Yes, so frequency of characters, anagram check, group anagram, and all of this. So we'll be solving these 4 problems now. Frequency of characters, let's see. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comments, right? So we need to hit 750 subscribers till we end this session. So we'll be ending this session at 6 p.m, right? So it's almost 4 now. It's almost 4. So we are left with only 2 hours, right? Okay, I'm just charging my laptop. Okay, we'll be solving this in just we'll be starting our solving these problems, right? Just another 2 minutes. Let me just open the timer. I'm just taking a break. Timer 2 minutes. I don't think there will be a timer for 2 minutes. Yes, there is a timer for 2 minutes. Can we just do like this? There will be three. Yes, there will be three here. Here it will be. The timer is been running 1 minute 42. So we just need 750 subscribers till we end this session, right? So we just need 22 more, I think. Yes, we just need 22 more subscribers. So if you are new to this channel, let me know in the comments what you think of it. These problems, these three. Where does it went? Frequency of characters, anagram check, right? Just 1 minute more. We'll be starting with our solving. Yes, we just need 22 more before we end this session. 22 more subscribers, right? So if you are having any doubts, please let me know. Let me know in the comment section, right? Just 32 seconds more. So we'll be solving this frequency of characters first. So let me just start with it in just 15 seconds, right? Okay. So if you are new to this channel, we'll be solving these all problems, right? Now we'll be solving the strings. This is the second part, right? We already solved two problems just now. We just solved two problems just now, right? Okay. Frequency of characters. Let us start with it. Frequency of characters. How can we solve this? No, we doesn't have like that. I think we doesn't have something like frequency of characters. Like LeetCode don't ask such kind of simple problems. I think frequency of characters. I don't think so. Frequency of characters. Let me know if you have any other platform which is having this frequency of characters problem, right? So let me know in the comments. Find character frequency in order of occurrence, right? I think it's just where is the problem, right? I think there is no problem. How can we solve this? Sort characters by frequency. No, I think we doesn't get it, right? Okay. If you are having any other character frequency, so let me just open the online compiler so that you can just understand it, how many times a character is repeated. So we'll be using a simple hash map to solve this, but before that, let me tell you what does that frequency of characters mean. Frequency of characters. So we'll be given with a given string s will be given with a string s. We need to print the character frequency, the frequency of every character. To be simple, the frequency of every character, that's it. We just need to print the frequency of every character. Let me tell you, if we are having R Sai Sidhu, right? Now how many times R has got? Only one time. How many times S has been repeated? R one time, S for two times. How many times A has been repeated? A has been repeated for only one time, right? How many times I? I is for two times. Frequency of characters. And then how many times D? D is also for two times. I is for two times and E is for two times. H is for one time. U is for one time. So this is what I need to print. Now, how can I print this? There are white spaces, right? I think we don't include these white spaces, however. But let us see whether it includes or not. It is just buffering online C++ compiler. Don't know what happened to it. So I'm just opening an online C++ compiler. So string as we just need to input a string. So get character frequency of S. So we will be running it, but before that void get character frequency of string S. How can we get the character frequency of S? So this is the string S. Now for that we need to iterate, right? So iterate the string. Let me write it with another color. Iterate the string. Iterate the string. Now, but before that I need to have a hash map. Hash map initialization initialization and then after initializing the hash map you just need to have the character. So this will be initialized with a character, or in Python it will be as a list, right? In Python we'll call it as list, character comma integer. How many times a character has been repeated, the character, and how many times it has repeated. So this is how we'll get. But iterating the string, let me erase this. So we have this initialization. Right. Okay. Now after that, now after that, we'll be having iterating the string. Iterate the string and then increase increase the count of every character. Every character. So how can we write the code for this? So first we need to initialize an unordered map, which is nothing but a hash map. Unordered map character comma int mp. So I'm just naming it as mp. Now after that, what I need to do? I just need to iterate through the whole string. So for that, what I need to do? I'll just use an auto, uh, which is nothing but for auto C in S, which is nothing but auto is nothing but it will take what data type is having in this S. That data type is assigned to this auto. This is just will be used for characters. Sorry, for iterate. So for auto C, MP of C plus plus. After that, same thing auto C comma frequency F in MP, right? Now what I'll do, I'll just print it. See out what is the character and then what is the frequency. That's it. Do we have to return anything? Nothing. No, I think no. So, but before that, hash include. I think it is nothing but standard C plus plus. No, no, it is not. What is the standard template library function? I need to check it. Standard template library function. If anyone knew about the standard template library function, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the live chat what about the standard template library, right? Okay, so we are just 22 We are just away with 22 subscribers for today's target of 750 subscribers, right? I just got it as random target of 750. But how can we initialize or include the standard template library, right? Let me know in the live chat. I'm waiting for your answers, right? Okay. Let me know in the comments how can we in the live chat how can we include this standard template library, right? Okay, let me know in the comments. Hash include. I think it is not. Yes, it is something like standard C++.h. So if anyone knew about it, yes, let me know in the comments, right? Okay. So we are just solving this. So it would be something like bits standard C++.h. So I have included, that means every standard template library will be included in it. Yes, we are having some problems. Get character frequency of S, C in S, right? Okay, we are having many errors. String was not declared in this scope. String wasn't declared. Okay, let me include string, right? It might debug the error. No, string wasn't declared again. And there might be a problem with standard C++. I have included the standard template library, but I am getting the same error. String was not declared. Trusted alternative include C++. What is this all? Is this hash? Let me just copy it and open other online compiler. Online C++ compiler. Okay. With standard C++, I think I'm doing the same thing. Get character frequency declared void. Yes. I think there is an error here, but I don't know what is it giving me. String was not declared. Okay. And also string declared here. Could I have defined basic string? I think using namespace std. That's where I'm getting the error. Namespace std. Let me just do it. Thank you, coding with Vinod. Thank you so much. Auto C comma F. Try program is dot pro. Man, they are saying that try program is dot pro. So Vinod, coding with Vinod. I think you are also having a channel. I think coding with Vinod. Let me just try program is dot pro. Why is it printing like it? No, I don't need. And it is also printing only till try program is dot pro. Nothing above that. Right. Okay. I'm just running it again. Let me just check. Coding with Vinod. Channel. Go to channel. Yes, it's also doing so. Find the minimum area to cover all ones one medium. Yes. You're also doing a good work, brother. Coding with Vinod. Right. Love coding. Okay. Yes. You're doing a good work, brother. I have subscribed to your channel, right? So let us start with let's resume our thing. So we need to input some string, Yes, R Sai Sidhu. So let me just start with Vinod. Coding with Vinod. Okay. G for one time, I think yes. And N is for one time. V is missing here. I didn't get any V here. Coding with Vinod. Coding. I didn't get any this with Vinod, right? So it is not taking like that. How can we take? That's the problem. How can we take a string with spaces as input? How to take? Yes, leave. Get line function is used. Okay, I'm using this get line for the first time. String user input, enter a sentence with the spaces. Get line stdc in standard user input. Okay, okay, let me just copy and paste it here. Okay, C in, instead of C in S, we need to use it like this. So S here. Okay, let me run it, and then I'll use coding with, let me tell you, get line std. No, I think I'm not getting why, I don't know why I'm taking this much of time for this problem. Online C++ compiler. So I think that's the correct thing to go with. Excuse me. Right. Let me just run this so that I can get. So standards GNU plus 17. Hi sir, Blue Edits. Hi brother. May I know your name so that I can call you with your name, right? No need to call me as sir. I'm just a fourth year BTech student. So it is saying that I need to use a GNU C++ 17. Okay, let me use that C++ 17, and that let me run this again. Hi, welcome to our channel, Blue Edits bro. Let me type your name, Blue Edits. Let me know. Yes, we have it. So B is for one time, L should be for one time, U should be for one time, E should be for one time. E should be for two times, yes, but I also got the space. How can we just remove this space? What I'll do, if C is equal to a space, then we just continue, we just skip it. Instead of increasing the character count, we just skip it, right? So Blue Edits, yes, BLUEDITS, yes, it's a good string, right? So we have just completed with it, right? We just need to include, we just don't have, we just not have to be. Can we select like this? No, I don't think. Yes, we can select it like, no. Control Alt. Can we select all of it? Yes, I can select all of it. So this is about frequency of characters, right? I'm including this shape. So let me just include this shape. Okay. Okay. Right. I'll be sharing you this notes in the description or I'll be sharing you this in the Instagram or in LinkedIn. So it should be transparent. Yes, it should be transparent, and the border color stroke should be like this. Okay. Okay. Now frequency of character. We have done with frequency of characters. Now let us go. But before going, let me know in the live chat, do you have any doubts or do you want any clear explanation of this frequency of characters? Now, I think from now onwards, we'll be having this anagram check and all in lead code. I'm just wishing that we can have anagram, valid anagram. Yes. Yes, we have this anagram check in. How can we? Yes, we have this done with frequency of characters. Now we have anagram check. But before going to that, let me get right. Let me just start it after 1 minute of break. I think no need of break. We are just away of 22 subscribers more to hit 750 subscribers. That's what I have the target for now. Yes, we'll be having this anagram check. Let me tell you, let me just not waste our time. Given two strings S and T, return true if it is an anagram of S and false otherwise. So, what is this anagram? Anagram is a word or phrase. Yes, we have already solved it, but I'll be solving it again for you. Anagram. An anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase using all the original letters exactly once. Okay, we'll be using all the original letters exactly once. So that means we need to have both of them should have same frequency of characters. A for three times. Yes, A is for three times. So let me just check it. But before that, let me just refresh it. Right. Okay. We are just away with 22 subscribers more to hit 750 subscribers till we end this session. I'll be ending this session in just like by I think I'll be ending this session at 6 p.m. Right? So that's what I wanted to do. Yes, valid anagrams. Let me just take this anagram. Anagram. So the name itself is giving me Nagaram. Nagaram. Nagaram in Telugu it means a city, right? Okay, anagram. Let me check. Here they are saying that the number of times a character is occurring in this S should also occur in T. Then only we can say both of them are anagrams and then we'll return true. If not, we'll return false. Okay. Now, in anagram, A is repeated. Excuse me. A is repeated for A is repeated for how many times? A is repeated for three times, and then N is repeated for one time, and then G is repeated for one time, R is repeated for one time, and then M is repeated for one time. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the live chat. Now let me come to this and let me check how many times A is present, H is present. No, it is not H, it is N. Sorry for the mistake. N. It is N and G R M. In T, the string T, A is present for one, two, three times, and N G R M. N is present for one time, G is present for one time, and R is present for one time, and then M is present for one time. So totally, this is just true. Will be returning true. This the both the strings are true. Now let's take another example. Rat, car. Okay, S is rat and T is car. So let me know in the comment section if you are having any doubts. If you are new to this channel, please do subscribe to our channel and we'll be going to the valid anagram again. Okay, rat and car. In S, I'm talking about S. R is present for one time, A is present for one time, T is present for one time. But in car, R, A, T. I'm just looking for R, A, and T. It should be similar. R should be present for one time, A should be present for one time, and T also should be present for one time. So that we can say that these three are actually, these two can be made by just making the reverse, or we can just do something like that. So RAT and R, let us see. R is present for one time, A is present for one time, T is present for zero time. There is a mismatch. T is present for one time in string, T is present for one time in string S, but only 0 times in string T. So if it is a mismatch, will return false. How can I write the algorithm for this? First thing, it might be an unordered map or anything, but it will be named as hash map in any programming language. Right, hash map. Let me initialize it as MP. MP is nothing but map, so that's why we'll be using MP on ordered map. I think these things. Okay, if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Right. So if you are having any doubts, anything about coding or about this problem, we are solving strings, right? So if you are having like that, you can just ask me in the comments or live chat. Okay, we are using this hash map in Python. We'll be using list. Now it will be having a character and also integer. In Python we don't be having this like character or integer. uh, the syntax will be different, but the algorithm or and the logic will be the same. What I'll do, what is my intuition actually is, so I'm writing it over here. So what I'll do is, let me just decrease the weight to let it be. I'll check I'll check the frequency of every character. If a mismatch, then return false there itself, else true. Return false, else true at the end. Okay, I'll check the frequency of every character. If a mismatch, then we'll be having false, we'll be returning false. If not, we'll be returning true. Let me just change the color. So what I'll do, iterate s and store the character frequency. I'm just using this character frequency map, unordered map or hash map. Why? Because if I I can also use an array, but as it is a string, and also we can use this hash map in another problems also. That's why I'm using this iterate s and store the character frequency, right? And then what I'll do, iterate t, get the frequency of every character. Now what I'll do is iterate mp1. I'm telling you, get the frequency of every character, right? So what I'll do, I'll store it in mp2. Iterate string t here, string s here, and I'll store it in mp1. Here it will be in mp2. So iterate mp1 unordered map 1. uh, so if there is a mismatch of mp1 and mp2, then return false, else return true. So blue edits, let me know what is your doubt. So okay, if you are having any doubt, please let me know in the live chat. Right. Okay, let me start the code. Right, I'm just starting the coding. Right, so what I'll do, I'll just initialize unordered map character comma int mp1 comma mp2. So for int I is equal to 0, I is less than s dot size I plus plus mp1 of s of I plus plus. I'll do the same thing for t, but I'll just change this mp1 to mp2. Now what I'll do, for auto, that's where the problem is. Auto c comma f in mp1 if f is not equal to mp2 of c. If, let me tell you how this works. So anagram nagaram, right? Anagram and nagaram. So A is stored for 3 times in MP1 A is stored for 3 times, N is stored for 1 time, R is stored for 1 time, G is stored for 1 time, M is stored for 1 time. So this is MP1. Now MP2. Same thing. N will be stored for 1 time, R will be stored for 1 time, M will be stored for 1 time, G will be stored for 1 time, A will be stored for 3 times. Right? If you are having any doubts, or if you want to tell me anything about the explanation, or if you are not getting it, am I going slow or fast or anything, let me know in the live chat. Okay. MRG. So MP1, I like it. G is for 1 time. So when I write this C comma F, C is referring to G and F is referring to 1. So it will be our C, it will be our F. So I need to compare this F with the frequency of G. So how do I get the G's frequency? I can get it by MP2 of character G. What is this character G? This G is nothing but the C which we are iterating with. So MP2 of C, if it is not equal to F, then we'll return false. So return false there itself, if not return. I think that's what we are asked with. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know. Yes, we are having a problem. We are having output true, but it should be false. So F is for MP1. So let me just check. MP2 of S of I. Sorry. That's where the problem is. That's where we overlook our code, right? So here it is S of I, but here I didn't change it. I just copied it and pasted it in the below, and it has got an error of S of I will be incremented, but T is not incremented. That's where the problem occurred. Now it will be accepted, however, and then I'm just submitting the code, right? Okay, yes, we have got it. No, we didn't get it. So expected false, right? A is no. If s dot size is not equal to t dot size, then return false itself. Okay. Now that's the first thing which we need to do, right? So I have just overlooked, right? Okay. Okay, we have just submitted it, and I think, okay, can we solve it using an array? Let me know in the comments or in the live chat. Solve it can we solve it using just an array or counting array? Let me know in the comments. No, we are not going to take it. Okay, let me know. Can we use can no, it is just not dark enough. Can we use, okay, let me write it here. Can we use a single can we use a single array? So it is not just optimized, right? We have just have this code with two unordered maps, which is just not needed. Single array. What I'm thinking is we are having only A, B, C, D, E, F, G until Z. What if I maintain the count of every character, right? Okay, now I'm having 26 characters itself. So vector of int, no. Instead, let me write. I'll write the algorithm. But what is the intuition? You might ask me what is the intuition. The intuition is A will be having uh, A will be having like, okay. So A will be okay. Let me tell you. S string S string S for every character in string S will increment the count. Now for every character in string t will decrement the count such that if everything is 0, then only we can say that it is an anagram. So for every character in string t, decrement decrement the count, right? So for every character in string s, increment the count. For every character in string t, decrement the count. So let me implement this with the algorithm. uh, Let me take it from here. No, I need to select it like this. Okay, I'm just selecting it. So for every character, I'm just checking anagram or not. Let me write the algorithm. Now let me just change it to blue color. Okay, what I'll do, vector. Let me just write it as initialize array of size 26. Size 26. After that, iterate s, and what I'll do, how can I get A will be 97, B will be 98. So 97 minus 97 will give me 0, 98 minus 97 will give me 1. So it is quite good. Iterate as, what I'll do, I'm just commenting like this. Okay, what I'll do is, okay, I'm having s of I minus 97. What I'll get, I don't know. Let me just check it. Let me just check it here. For int I is equal to 0, I is less than s dot size and I plus plus c out, excuse me, s of I minus a. Let us see. Let us say it as minus a. I think it will give me like 0 and all. No. Yes. Let me just return through it like that. Yes, for A, I am getting 0. That means S of I minus A is enough. Okay, S of I minus A is enough. We don't need to do all this stuff, minus 97 and all. So S of I minus A is enough. I have figured it out. S of I minus A, the character type of A is enough. Now let us see. So minus a will give us the index 0 or 1 or something like that. Initialize array of size 26. Let me name it as frequency, freq. So frequency of s of I minus a will be incremented, and after iterating we need to decrement for t. Iterate t, and frequency of s of I, sorry, I'm doing the same mistake. It is not s, it should be t of I minus a plus plus. And after that, if any character or any number is not 0, if any number is not 0 in this array of frequency, it should be 26, and everything will be initialized to 0 0 0 and so on till 26. So for int I is equal to 0, let me just write the algorithm instead of code. I'm just used to write the code every time. Iterate frequency array if any number is not 0, return false there itself, if not, at the end after iteration, then we will return true, as we doesn't find anything, sorry, we doesn't find anything minus 1 or plus 1 like that. We have just find it, everything is 0. That means it has been balanced. Okay, so instead of removing it, plus plus. Okay, S of I minus, okay. Now frequency of S of I minus A plus plus, and here it will be for T dot size and then D of I minus A. But before that, let me initialize vector of int frequency of 26 comma 0. If anything is not 0, for int I is equal to 0 and I is less than 26, I plus plus. If anything is not 0, if frequency of I is not equal to 0, then return false itself. Let me just run it. No, we just got a false. It's not equal to 0. Anagram as T of I minus A. So I'm just doing a simple mistake. It should be minus minus. T of I minus A will be decremented, right? For T will be decrementing and for S will be incrementing. So we have just done with it. But are there any problems? Yes, we have two more problems. Okay, let me just take a break. So we are just having 728. We just need 22 more subscribers to hit 750 subscribers as our target in today's live session. Okay, we might not get reach to our target, but we don't stop solving. We just don't stop learning and also trying. Okay, if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe. That will give me confidence and also motivation to come to these live sessions again and again, right? So I can just make live videos. Okay, okay, you might be enjoying this festival seasons, right? So it is a good season to start with DSA. Yes, I'm thinking like that. Okay, don't know about you. Okay, so you can share your thoughts. This is the first problem, and also this is the second problem. This was the first one, and let us go with the third problem. But before that, I need to take a break. I'll be returning in some more minutes, just 5 minutes. Coding with Vinod. Okay, okay, right. What will be the next problem? Group anagram. I'll be taking some break of 3 minutes. Let's start at 4:40. Right. If you are new to this channel, please do subscribe to our channel. We'll be having DSA content, and also I'm also thinking about starting about these DSA sorry, development sessions, right? Okay, we'll be starting with those sessions too. So it will be quite helpful for you if you follow this channel, right? I'm also giving the LinkedIn and also LinkedIn and also other platforms, right? So that you can just follow me there. Yes, let me know in the live chat if you are having any doubts. Yes, this chat is open to everyone. You can share your thoughts and your feelings, right? Yes, you can share your thoughts about the problem solving and also other things, right? Okay, we will be starting in just 1 minute. Yes, 1 more minute to go, but let me just search the problem first. A group anagram. Okay, I think I have already solved it previously. Group anagram. Yes, I have already solved it. This medium problem. I think it is not so something like a media problem. I think it could be. No. Yes, yeah, I'm having bat. Okay. Given an array of strings strs, group the anagrams together. You can return the answer in any order. Okay. We are given with like vector of string. Okay. So, okay. How can we just solve this problem? If you are having any thoughts, please let me know in the live chat. Eat, ate, tea. These three are anagrams. Okay. How can we solve this first? How can we solve this problem? Right. Eat, tea, and ate. I have already solved it, but I'm not getting any idea. Right. Eat, tea, and ate. How can we solve this? Okay. Let me just eat, tea, ate. Right. We are given with these three, right? Eat, tea, and then ate. So these three need to be a section. So is for one time, A is for one time, and then T is for one time. So we'll be having these three. So if how can I store this? So let me tell you. No. What if I just sort this? Okay, A after then E and then T, right? Okay, but if I sort it, I'll getting A E T. Okay, what I'll do, what I'll do, I'll just use an unordered map, or let me just say it as hash map. Hash map. What I'll do, I'll just first thing I'll just initialize the hash map and then sort every string. Sort every string. Now I'll be storing store original string, right? Store original string, and then what I need to do is this hash map. How it will be? It will be having a string which is nothing but a sorted string, and also vector of strings. Vector of strings is nothing but the array or the list of strings which are having the same what I need to say same thing which are anagrams. All the anagrams will come into this vector of string, right? This string is nothing but the sorted string. That's why we are sorted. Let me just change the color. Okay, sort every string. First thing, sort every string, store original string. We also have to store the original string, right? Okay, and then this original string will be pushed into hash map. Let me just take this as anagrams. Anagrams. Okay, anagrams of what is the original string? Original. We need not to use this original string. Instead, we need to take the sorted string. So in this, for this we'll be having a vector of string. There we'll push back. I think you might not get it if you are new to this hash map and all. So if you are having any doubt, please let me know in the chat box. Push back. What is the original string? I need to push that original string into our hash map. So if you are having any doubt, it is not, I think for the quite beginners, it might getting so difficulty to understand it. So if you are having any doubt, please let me know in the chat section. Okay. How can I write the algorithm for this? Algorithm. First, hash map. I'll be having this hash map with string and also vector of string like this. Now, this hash map will be initialized, and then iterate string in the strings. Now, what I need to do is I need to store original string and also what is the another string? What is the another string? Sorted string will also be equal to the string which we are having s. Uh, this is an in approaching the limit of drawing strokes, charts, or string. Okay, okay. I think I am having the limit. Okay, original string is equal to s. Sorted string is equal to also s. Now sort the sorted string. Sorted string dot begin and no need to write the code. Sort the sorted string. Sorted string. So this will be sorted. Now what I'll do is hash map of sorted string push back the original string. So for the original string in hash map, the sorted no sorry in the sorted string of hash map, in the hash map I'll be having this sorted string for the string. In that I'll be having a vector of string, right? In that I will push this original string. Then what I'll do, I'll just create a vector string answer. No need to write it. I'm just doing the same mistake again. So create answer 2D array of strings, which is nothing but 2D array of strings. What I need to do, I'm having this vector of strings every time. What I need to do, I need to go to every vector of strings and push that back into the answer. So uh, go to every vector of string in hash map and push that vector of string into answer 2D array. It is nothing but a 2D array. So let me write the code for this. So it might take much time, but I am not sure that will it work or not. So let me take for int I is equal to 0, I is less than str float size. Okay, I plus plus. So string original string is equal to s of I, and also sorted string is equal to s of I. I need to sort sorted string dot begin, sorted string dot end. Okay, now after that what I need to do is, after sorting this, so first I need to initialize the unordered map. Okay, unordered map of string comma vector of string, and let me name it as mp. Right, after sort the sorted string. I have sorted the this string, sorted string. Right, now hash map. So here mp of what is the sorted string? Sorted string dot push back original string. Now after that, first we'll be initializing vector of vector string of answer. Now for auto, it is just s, and then we'll be having vector in this hash map, which is nothing but mp. So answer dot push back this v and then return the answer. I'm thinking that it might work for smaller test cases, but let's see. Original string is equal to strs, sorry, it should be strs of I. Okay, yes, let me submit it, but I'm thinking that it might not accept. Why? Because okay, it got accepted, right? Yes, it got accepted. It is a good sign to be starting with. Okay. Here just solved warm-up problems as two warm-up problems, and then we have solved three problems here about strings, and we are left with one more, but we have just got only 22 subscribers more to hit 750 subscribers, so that we can end this session in 6 itself, right? Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm just taking this here, and then let me include a shape. Okay, I'm just including this shape. Okay, then and I need to have this stroke length. Okay, yes, we have solved three problems here. Now let us go. Yes, group anagram is also got solved, and longest common prefix. Let us see what does this say to us. Longest common prefix. Longest prefix. So yes, I have already solved it, right? But it might be like a revision for you and also for me. Write a function to find the longest common prefix string amongst an array of strings. Okay, amongst an array of strings, I need to find the longest common prefix. Okay, yes. Let us see. Let's take an example and let us see what happens here. Flower, flow, and then flight. Okay, longest common prefix, right? Longest common prefix. So let us see. Yes, longest common prefix. We are having this problem right now. We are having flower amongst the array of strings. We need to get the longest common prefix. Flower, flow, and then flight. Let us see. This is the array of strings. STRS again. So FLOW and FLOW. Okay, this is the string which this is the common prefix. Prefix is nothing but which is starting at the starting position, which is starting at 0. It is nothing but the prefix, and which ends at the last, it is nothing but the suffix. Flow and then flower. Okay. For now, I'm initializing the answer as flow. Now after that, flow will be compared with flight. This will be compared it with flight, and then the answer will be compared with the next one. Answer will be compared with the next one. So uh, what I'll do, mm, so what I'll do instead is dog, race car, and car. No, nothing is good actually there. So what I'll do, answer. So let us see. Let's just write it like this. So first, these two will be compared, and from that we'll be building an answer, right? So answer is equal to an empty, right? So F and F are similar, L and L are similar, O and O are similar, W and W are similar. For I will be iterating. I am writing the algorithm here. Iterate, iterate string 1 and string 2, which is having the minimum size. With the minimum size, I'm going till the minimum size so that I don't go out of bounds, right? So I will be 0 and J will be also 0. So if it is nothing but strings of 0, and it is nothing but strings of 1. It will be 0 and then it will be 1. So strings of 0 of I is equal to strings of 0, sorry, 1 of I, 1 of I. Then what I'll do, I'll just push that strings of 0 of I or strings of 1 of I, sorry, it should be No need to, I think no need to take this. Let me tell you, no need to take this j. Why? Because I am going to the minimum one, minimum size every time. Okay, so here also it will be strings of one and then one of I. Okay, if they both are similar, push into, push into answer string. Now else we just need to break there itself. Break there itself. No, I think I am not getting anything. Okay, so this is the problem with this longest common prefix. Okay, so no problem, I'll be solving it in Exalidra, I think. Longest common prefix. So where we are, longest common prefix, right? Now I'm having strings as an array, right? Flower and then flow and then flight. Now what I said, I'll be iterating. I is equal to 0, I is less than, I'm not allowed to write this out. So I'll be writing the algorithm. So answer will be an empty string and then I will be 0, and iterate to the minimum size of strings of 0 and strings of 1. So I'll be iterating with strings of 0 and strings of 1, the minimum size. So I'll be considering the pushing back into the answer only if strings of 0 and I is equal to strings of 1 I. Then only push the character into answer, right? So if not, else we'll be breaking there itself. So this is about the iteration. I just got two strings. So strings length is can be, so strings dot length can be till 1, starting from 1 till 200. So if strs dot size is equal to 1, return strs of 0. That's it. So I'm just going out of this edge case. Now after that I need to start with strings of 2, but now I'll be comparing or creating another string. Previous is equal to answer, right? Now answer will be changed, answer will be empty again, answer will be empty again. Now answer will be empty again. But if the size of string, if size of strings strs dot size is equal to 2, then return answer there itself. Now what I'll do, for int I is equal to 2, I is less than strs dot size I plus plus, what I'll do is I'll push that back into answer. After that I'll make this as previous, answer as previous, previous is equal to answer, and at the last I'll return the previous, right? So for int j is equal to 0, j is less than minimum of previous dot size and answer, no, not answer, strings of I. So what I'll do, strings of I dot size, the minimum from these two, right? Int j is equal to 0, j is less than minimum of previous dot size, and also strings of I dot size. From these two I get the minimum j plus plus, and if strings of I and j is equal to previous of j, then only answer dot push back previous of j. previous of j, else I'll be breaking there itself. Now let us just code it here. I think it might get a wrong answer, right? I'm just dotting myself. Okay. Okay, we are given with strings. So first we'll initialize string. Answer is an empty string, and then int I is equal to 0. Iterate the minimums. Iterate to the minimum size of strings of 0 and strings of 1. Okay, for no, why I need to int no. Let us take something like j. No, let me take it as j. Int I is equal to 0. I is less than no the minimum size. Yes, minimum size of strings of 0 dot size comma strings of 1 dot size and I plus plus. Yes, yes, no need to take this into I equal 0. No need to take this into I equal 0. Yes, so no need to take this into I equal 0. We can just, if strings of 0 of I is equal to strings of 1 of I, if strings of 0 of I is equal to strings of 1 of I, then answer dot push back strings of 0 of I. Okay, else break there itself. Now if strings dot size is equal to 2, then return answer there itself. If not, string previous is equal to answer, right? Now now answer will be emptied, right? Answer will be emptied, answer will be emptied again. After that, for int I is equal to 2, I is less than strings dot size and I plus plus, for int j is equal to 0, j is less than minimum of previous dot size and strings of I dot size and j plus plus. If strings of I and j is equal to previous of j, then answer dot push back strings of I and then j, else break there itself, and then previous is equal to answer and return previous at the end. Let me just run it and let me check whether is it running right or not. I think yes, it has accepted. uh, Let me just submit the code. Let me say whether it gives me no flower, right? No, no, it is giving me a wrong answer like this. Okay, accepted, expected as flower, but I am taking it as flower and then flower. So it is an error. Let me check. It is definitely a logical error, right? Okay, now I have flower and then flower. So the previous is, let me previous is equal to answer. Previous is answer, right? Minimum of previous dot size and strings of I dot size. No, we are not making this answer as empty afterwards. That's why I think that's why I'm getting the wrong answer. Yes, our intuition is to make that you are running too frequently. Okay, yes, it got accepted. So I have missed that to make the answer as an empty string. So that's how we solve this problem. We have successfully completed solving 4 problems. So this will be shared with you, however, the longest common prefix, 4 problems and also 2 problems as a warm-up. So it is almost 5, right? This live session will be ended at 6 p.m. So yes, yes, if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section, right? Okay, yes. I think we can't change the description so that I can, yes, we can change the description actually. Yes, we can change the description. Like let me get the tags from the previous video. So it is just a break for me. You can take the break as we have solved 6 problems. They are just an easy problems. All right. So they are just an easy problems. Yes, they're just easy problems. Now, so if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Right. Okay. Yes, this is just a small break. We'll be solving another problems. I think we are having another problems too. We are having third one, third base. Longest substring without repeating characters, string compression is subsequence. Yes, I think I'll be covering this page 4 and page 5. I don't know, but I might end up here itself. Longest substring without repeating characters. Okay, let us see. Longest substring without repeating characters. That's our problem. Longest substring without repeating characters. Okay, longest substring without repeating characters. Let me tell you. If you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Okay. Longest, no, I think it doesn't have anything. Yes, longest substring without repeating characters. Yes, I found it. It's just a third problem in lead code problem number 3. When a string S, find the length of the longest substring without duplicate characters. Okay, A, B, C, and then when I get A, I need to get out of this A. Then I'll get this again. We just need to get the substring size. Yes. Okay. A B C A. A B C A B C B B. So A, we are having at A. So what I'll do, I'll just take a hash map, or let me name it as frequency. And A is how many times repeating? A is repeating for only one time. Now and then let me go to B. Till here, I'm just checking. What's the size? 2 minus, sorry, 1 minus 0 plus 1. 1 minus 0 plus 1, which is nothing but 2, right? That's how I get the size. Now, now I'll go to C. So C is for one time. But if you see, I'll go to A. Now A will be incremented to 2. Now here is the problem. What is the size here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 minus 0 plus 1, which is nothing but 4. Actually, the size is 4. Yes. But if you see, I'm having how many characters? 3 characters. That means some character is repeating. So what I'll do? I'll just shrink from the left. It is nothing but also including the sliding window. So by God's grace, we are also covering the sliding window approach in the strings session itself. So ABCA, right? We are having ABCA and then BCBB. So I'm having A and then here A. So A is for 2 times, B is for 1 time, and C is for 1 time. If you see, this is my hash map. After that, what I'll do? I'll just make to be this to be first. I'll just make this to be here. Then, but before going to the next, what I'll do, I'll just make it as 1. So now I have this as 3. So I need to go to the sliding window. When we are using the sliding window, the only problem is when to when to expand and when to shrink. So these two are only the problems which we get when we are solving a sliding window problem, right? So what I'll do, how to expand and when to shrink. So when do we expand? We'll be expanding every time. So I'll be using an R and L. So from R will be expanding, from L will be shrinking. So let me write the uh, something like L will be 0 and R will be 0 and R is less than N is nothing but S dot size, I think, yes, S dot size, and will be initializing a hash map for, let me take it as another map or frequency map. Okay, while R is less than N, what I need to do, I just need to increment it. Frequency map of S of R need to be incremented, right? So from R I'll be incrementing. Now this unordered map, frequency map dot size is not equal to R minus L plus 1. If so, L need to be incremented. But before that, frequency map of S of L minus minus. Now, as I am decrementing it, it might get to 0. If frequency map frequency map of S of L is equal to 0, frequency map dot erase S uh, wait a second, S of L. So this need is so important as it might give you the size, a duplicate size. Why? Because A can become 0, but we might not delete the A so that we can get a wrong answer. So frequency map of S of L minus minus and frequency map of S of L is equal to 0. Then frequency map dot as S of L L plus plus plus. Then answer will be the maximum of answer comma R minus L plus 1. Yes, right side minus left plus 1, and then R plus plus every time, then return the answer. Answer will be 1 initialized with 1. Let us see. Let us do this code, right? So int answer is equal to not 1, 0, L is equal to 0, R is equal to 0, N is equal to S dot size. Okay. While uh, while R is less than N, frequency map, I need to initialize this frequency map, right? No. So unordered map of first thing character comma int, and let me name it as frequency map of S of R plus plus. Now while no frequency map dot size is not equal to R minus L plus 1, frequency map of S of L minus minus, and if frequency map of S of L is equal to 0, then frequency map dot erase S of L. Okay, now after that L will be incremented, and then answer is equal to maximum of answer comma R minus L plus 1, and then R plus plus, and return answer at the end. Yes. No, I'm just submitting it. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Okay, if the string is empty, expected 0. Okay, so answer should be initialized to 0, my friends. Why? Because I didn't look at the constraints. So the constraints is saying that s length can be 0 also. So yes, we have already submitted the code. Yes, this is a quite simple problems when we compare it to the hard problem, right? So it might not need to be marked as 3, sorry, as a medium problem, right? So we are just 22 subscribers away from hitting 750 subscribers. So if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to our channel. Something is okay. If you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section or the chat section, right? Okay. Yes, if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section or the live chat section. We'll be starting the live again. We'll be just having a break here. String compression, I think it might take a long, right? Okay. Yes, we'll be starting our live at 5:20, 17:20, 5:20 p.m. again. So we'll be starting at 5:20 p.m., right? Yes, we'll be starting in just 1 minute. String compression, right? String compression. Compression. Let us see what does this. Okay, I have already solved it previously. So let us see what does it states. So given an array of characters scarce, compress it using the following algorithm. Begin with an empty string s. For each group of consecutive repeating characters in chars, if the group's length is 1, append the character to s. Otherwise, append the character followed by the group's length. How does the output will be given, right? Int. Okay, sorry, excuse me. Okay, A and then 2, B and then 2, C and then 3. Okay. Okay. So what do they mean is what we need to do is given an array of characters chars. So uh, I need to just make a move here. No, no, no. Yes. So we are given with chars, right? And begin with an empty string s for each group of consecutive repeating characters in chars. If the group's length consecutive repeating characters. So one character repeating only one time, only one time. Then push back. What we need to push back? Append the character, push back character. Okay, the same character will push back. Now, otherwise, if it is 2 or 3 or whatever the number might be, append the character followed by the group's length. Append character and group's length. The group length, first thing, the group length won't be only till 9. It can be 10, it can be 11, it can be 100, or it can also be 1000 if the constants allow. So characters length can be 2000. So there might be a case where characters can be 1000, right? So let us just, this is an easy problem. If the groups length 1, append character, else append character and group length. Now there is a problem here. What if the group length is something like 4, but it is not something like that? We need to, I think so. Is a low uppercase detail? Oh, okay. Otherwise you must write an algorithm that uses only constant extra space. Okay, we should not take another okay, another array, right? After you are done modifying the input array, return the new length of the array. We need to return the new length of the array. Note the characters in the array beyond the returned length do not matter and should be ignored. Okay, so what I'll do, let me start the count will be 1, and n is just the size of characters dot size, and I is equal to 1 and I is less than n. So this is just a for loop. Now what I'll do, I'll check if characters of I is equal to characters of I minus 1. I'll just increment the count, else there are there is a possibility, right? So the first thing, s dot pushback, characters of I minus 1. That means the previous character. If we are having something like, let me take an example so that you can understand it clearly. If we are having A and then A and then a B here. So when I come to B, I need to push this A and then the count also. Push the A and also the count. So S dot pushback characters of I minus 1. That means the previous character. Then if count is greater than 1, then only I need to push that count also into the s. I'm just creating a what I need to tell you, I'm just creating an empty string s. So count is greater than 1. I need to create, I am just creating a temporary string. So why I am creating a temporary string? Why? Because if what I am having 100 as the count, what if I have 111 as the count? So it is not sure that we will get only uh, till 0 to 9, sorry, 1 to 9 as the count. So there might be a possibility that we can get 100 or triple one or double one double one, something like that. Even we can get 200 or whatever it might be. The count can be, it is not specified that the count will be till lesser than 10. So temporary string, I am creating two string, converted the count into the string. Now what I'll do, for every character, uh, I have used C here, I know, no, character C in temporary string, what I'll do, I'll just push that into the string s dot pushback C. Now after that I am making the count again to 1. Why? Because here before that I had the count of 2. Now the count will be started with 1 again. Now if I get a B here, then the count will be 2 here. After that if I got a C here, then B and then count is equal to 2 will be pushed back, and then the count will be 1 here again. But what if I get a C here itself? So what if I get a C here itself? So here that's why I have initialized count is equal to 1. Now when I get here, this and this are not equal. Strings of I is not equal to strings of I minus 1. So what I'll do, push that B and then 1 into our string s. That's what a small string which I am using, right? I'm just changing the color. Why? Because you don't confuse with the code and also the explanation. Okay, count is equal to 1, and let me just close this, else I'll be closing this. No, need to change the color, else will be closed here and then here, and then the for loop also closed here. Now I might get the at the last. What about the last? I have A and then B and then B for 3 times and then C for 2 times. Now I have gone till here, then count is equal to 2. But what will be the s will be A 2 B 3. But did we push back our C? No. Why? Because we are not comparing uh, this character to anything else. So that's why. So this is compared with this. Now the count is 2. But it is not, this count is there, but this character is not there in the string which we are building. So I'll just wait a second. I'll just change the color here so that you don't confuse. Okay, s dot pushback, I'm just using this s dot wait, s dot pushback characters of n minus 1. Now if the count is greater than 1, then only I'll just create another string, the same thing, temp is equal to, let me just not waste my time and just copy it from above. I'm just copying it from above, if and all, and till, sorry, control C, sorry, control D. Okay, I got this. If count is greater than 1, then only I am doing all this stuff, right? And then no need to do count is equal to 1. I'll be doing that afterwards. Now after that I'm just clearing all the characters. Why? Because what I'll do is we need to return the characters itself. Modifying the input array, return the new length of the array. We just need to modify the input array and we just need to return the size of that array. So how can we just modify the array? For auto character, no, auto scene in s, the string which we have created, characters dot pushback c, then return characters dot length or characters dot size. This is a C++ code, but uh, if you have understood the logic, then yes, you can write it in your own language. It might be Java or C or Python. So okay, we're having this return characters dot size at the end, and let me just do the code for this. So let me just initialize all those things. First thing, string s, I'll initialize string s, int count is equal to 1, and then n is equal to characters dot size, and then for int I is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, wait, I is less than n, I plus plus. Now after that, if characters of I is equal to characters of I minus 1, then count plus plus. First comment, learn to code. Thank you so much, brother. Thanks for commenting. Right, else what I need to do, s dot push back. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. So we are just 22 subscribers needed more to hit 750 subscribers, as it is our target. Right, s dot pushback characters of I minus 1. So if count is greater than 1, what I'll do, string temp string temp. This is just the code of string compression. Let me just write it. We are just solving string compression. Lead code problem number. Let me tell you what is the problem number. So if you are new to this channel, the problem number is 43. So 43 problem number in lead code. I am just solving it. So string temp is equal to uh, to string count, then for character c in temp s dot push back this c. Right, after that what I'll do is just make this count is equal to 1, and s dot push back characters of n minus 1. No, h here, h. Now, after that, s dot push back characters of n minus 1. If count is greater than 1, string temp is equal to string. No, no need to do this same thing. I'm doing the same mistake again and again. So let me just copy this and then keep going. Banu. Yes, thank you so much, Banu. Okay, if count is greater than 1, string temp is equal to string count. Okay, characters dot clear. After that, characters dot clear for auto c in s characters dot push back c. Right, after that, return characters dot size. So this is how we solve this. But let me just code it. Push back. Sorry, push back. Just made a mistake at the last lines. Yes, it got accepted for these test cases, but let me just, yes, we have got it accepted. Yes, we have just 27 minutes more. If you are having any doubts, please let me know in the live chat. Right, we just need 22 subscribers more to hit the target of 750 subscribers till we end this session at 6 p.m. The session will be ended in 6 p.m. Right, okay, this session will be ended in just 25 minutes more to end this session. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know. Please let me know in the comment section. Yes, if you are having anything, right, if you are having anything to tell, or if you want to share your thoughts for this, okay, let me know in the comment section or live chat. Live chat, I think. Live chat. Okay. Yes. We'll be ending this session. If there are no doubts from your side, we'll be ending in 5 minutes. right? Okay. Yes. Yes, if you are having any doubts, please let me know. Right. Okay. I think we can end this session in 5 more minutes. So it's already 5:35, right? It's been, I think, more than 2 hours today. Yes, 2 hours, 20 minutes. Okay, let it be. Yes. So I might start the session. This session again, the strings. Why? Because this string compression isn't haven't completed yet, right? So yes, this string compression, yes, string compression is completed, but is subsequence haven't completed. Is subsequent hasn't completed, and we are just at page 3. That means we need to we have to go with 3 problems here, and then the another problem. That means we just need to solve 5 more problems so that you can just understand the basics of the strings. Okay, let me just open these tabs and let me just try once. Is subsequence. So we'll be solving this again. I might get to live after a while at 10 p.m. I might think. So okay, we'll be stopping this session here itself. So is subsequence given to strings s and k return true if s is a subsequence of t, or false otherwise. Okay, a and then b. Okay, yes, we can just solve this. What I'll do, I'll just start with I here. So initialize I int I is equal to 0, and also initialize my j here. So j is equal to 0, and n1 is equal to s dot size, and n2 is equal to t dot size. We need to return. So return true if s is a subsequence of t. So for int I is equal to, so I is already 0, right? While I is less than n1. Okay, okay. What I'll do, and also ampersand j is less than n2. Okay, while I is less than n1 and j is less than n2. Okay, so I'll be going till to the end, and j will be going till the end, right? So what I'll do, if s of I is equal to t of j, then what I'll do is I plus plus and also j plus plus. Now, even though if it is not, j will be incremented. J will be incremented every time. But if s of I is equal to t of j, then I will be incremented. Okay, I think you have understood, right? I think you have understood what I mean. So if I s of I is equal to t of j, then I will be incremented. If not, I will be at the same level. So return I is equal to n1. If it is n1, then it will be true. If not, it will be false. Right? I'm just thinking about it. Okay. I just what I need. Okay. Yes, I just submitted the code. It has been passed, but it is so. I think I have solved it previously. No, sorry. Where are the submissions? No, I haven't solved it previously. It is just a simple problem about strings. So if you are having any doubts, we are left with only 20 minutes, right? We have just solved about how many problems, right? These three problems here, and then what about the second one here? Three problems in page 3, and four problems. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7, and then two problems, 9 problems. Totally 9 problems have been solved in just 3 minutes. My approach. So you can just share your approach, brother. Uh, Maninder Tirupati. You can just share your approach. I don't know what you're sharing your things about. My approach. Okay. So if you are having any another approach, you can just tell me, or you can just have it in the live chat. You can just share it, or if you are having any doubts related to DSA and also this strings, or also any question if you are get stuck about, so please let me know in the comment section, right? So let me just check what okay, it's been a while. We have attended for I have attended for contest, right? So the rating is still 1690. Yes, yes. If you are having any other doubts related to this strings or this DSA, please let me know in the comment section. Yes, I'll be waiting for your comments, and we'll be ending this session at 6 p.m. And we are just away with 22 more subscribers before we hit 750 subscribers. So it's our target to get 750 subscribers before we end this session. Right, okay. I didn't understand Maninder bro, what you have just commented. I don't know what you're talking about. My approach. You can share your approach. No problem. You can share what your approach is. Maninder Tirupati bro. It's not about 9 problems or how many problems we have solved it. Okay. Wait a second. Let me open the comment here. Yes. Explain time complexity. Okay. Explain time complexity and space complexity. Okay. So for the previous problem, this problem, so it is the important thing. Thank you, Maninder bro, for reminding me. So I is less than n1 and j is less than n2, right? So s dot length can be till 100 and t dot length can be till 10 power 4. So n1 is the size of s and n2 is the size of t, and it is not said that t will be always greater than s. We aren't said like that. Okay. So if you see what will be the time complexity here, while we are running this while, I think for this only you have asked the time time complexity, if I'm not wrong, Maninder bro. So time complexity, we are just running this while loop, only this while loop, and I is going till n1 and j is going till n2 in the worst case. Okay, in the worst case, I can go till n1 and j can go till n2. So it will be the maximum of n1 and n2, right? So this will be the maximum of n1 and n2. Why? Why? Because we aren't sure that n1 will be the greater or n2 will be the greater. So this will be run till j is less than n2, right? Now you might say that I is less than n1, right? I is less than n1. Let me tell you, I is less than n1. I is less than n1, j is less than n2. I am saying that j will be preceding, or we need to take the maximum of n1 comma n2. Why? Because what if n1 is just something like just 5, the size is 5, and n2 is something like 15. Now this will run, might run for 5 times itself, but in the worst case it will run for n2. That means 15 times. It will iterate it for 15 times. So j will be going till 15. J will be going till less than 15. So it will be iterating for 15 times. So I am taking the maximum of n1 comma n2. And what about the space complexity? Am I using anything much? Right? I'm not using anything. I'm just initializing integers, and no, I haven't used anything. So it will be we go of 1 in worst case also. So I think your doubt has cleared. Maninder bro, if you have any doubts, you can just ask me, and you can follow me in LinkedIn and also Instagram, and I have also shared the link of WhatsApp channel. And let me know whether you have understood the time complexity and space complexity, Maninder bro. So if so, you can uh, just post a like, or just reply with a like in the live chat. Okay, yes. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know. We'll be ending this session. Can we wait a second? Can we simply return false if s dot size is greater than t dot size? S dot size is greater than t dot size. Yes, we can return it. If s dot size is greater than t dot size, we can return false itself. Why? Why? Because s dot size is greater. What does it mean? So s wait a second, s should be a subsequence in t. That means in the whole string of t, s should be coming like here or here. The characters of s should be present like here or here, something like that. But if the s itself is larger, like a b x y a b is my s, and t is something like a b c. Now can we see this a b x y a b in this small string? No, we cannot see like that. So yes, this is a good case, good approach, brother Maninder bro. So yes, yes, it is a good approach. Error. Oh, wait, second. Something is giving me error. Yes, it has. You have enough video to maintain a smooth open widget. What is this widget? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Okay, let me check for one time. Okay, it is from I think from this. Okay, I don't know where it is giving me the error, or in my mobile it is running good smoothly, right? Yes, stream is healthy. Now it is good. So I think no, there is no interruption. Yes, if you are having any doubts, please let me know. Yes bro, it is also giving me the less time, right? There is no need to go with the I till n1, and also till j for till n2. So yes, that's a good catch, right? So if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Oh, live chat, stream health is okay and the analytics okay. Okay, let me know in the live chat if you are having any doubts. And uh, if you have understood about this problem, and if you are having no doubts, please reply with a like. Yes, yes, please let me know in the comment section. So then we can use only single condition in while. Okay. So let me know what I don't know, right? So then we can use only single condition in while. Yes, I think we have used it here. Have only used one condition, bro. I don't know what is it, right? Then we can use only single condition in while. Yes, I am only uh, okay in this, right? Okay, I is less than n1 and j is less than n2. Okay, you are talking about I is less than n1. I'm thinking like I should be less than n1 and j should be less than n2. Why? Because let me first suppose if I remove j is less than n2. I don't know which one you are talking about, but it will give me runtime error. Why? Because this j is 0 and going till n, but after that, after some time, A X C, it X haven't seen in J. So J will be from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then going to 6, which is not there. It is accessing a memory which is not there, which is accessing an element. So it is giving me stack buffer overflow. I am accessing an element which is not there. So I cannot remove that. But for your, as you said, there will be only condition. I'm just checking it. So let me just run it. I might think it works. Yes, it has worked. I is less than n1 and j is less than n2. Yes, it has worked. Why? Because if I is less than n1 and j is less than n2, it is just redundant to take two conditions in a while loop. So if j is less than n2, then there itself we can end the while loop. So if j is going out of bounds, then we'll be ending the while loop there itself. So it is a good thing, right? Okay. Thanks for commenting and letting you just taught me we can just remove that I is less than n1. Yes, it's a good thing. Now TC is equal to big O of n2. Yes, it's a good thing. TC, the time complexity will be big O of n2. Yes, it will be big O of n2, right? Yes, we no need to have this n1. Why? Because we are going till n2. But what I think is n1, if even if it is lesser, right? Okay, so if it is lesser, okay, if n1 is greater than n2, then we are returning false there itself. Now we are going till n2. Okay, yes, we can just remove this maximum of n1 comma n2 and we can just return n2 there itself. Yes, it's a good thing. Good catch, brother. Maninder, bro. Yes, it's a good thing that we got to know that n2 is itself the time complexity, right? It is not the maximum. So this is the first condition which we forgot or overlooked, right? So it's a good thing. We have learned something from this session at the end of time complexity and space complexity. Yes. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. And thanks for coming to this live, Maninder bro, and attending this live. So I have got with a New thing today, I have just solved this with a lesser time complexity, right? N2, yes, it's a good thing. So thanks for watching this live, and we'll be ending this live in 5 more minutes, right? Okay, 2 hours. It's been 2 hours 40 minutes. Thanks. Bye. Okay, bye, Maninder Bro. We'll be having this live again. I think we'll be having this live session again. Might be tomorrow, or I can also start the live at 10 p.m. today. Okay, we'll be ending this live in 5 minutes. So if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Yes. So it is giving me the same thing, right? Okay. If you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. We just need 22 more subscribers to hit 750 subscribers. Yes, we'll be ending this live session in 4 minutes. Yes, we'll be ending this session in 4 minutes. Yes. Yes, we'll be ending this session in just 3 more minutes, right? So it might be a bad time to be having a live. So many of the people might go to the work and their colleges. So I think the time from 8 to just in the midnight to it will be the great time. I think it's the best time to start a live session, right? Okay. Yes, if you are having any doubts, please let me know in the comment section, right? Yes, we'll be ending this in just 2 minutes. So it's almost 6. We just have 2 more minutes left, right? Okay. So we couldn't reach the today's target of 750 subscribers, but let it be. We'll be having the sessions again and again. Okay. We'll just end this session in 1 more minute. Yes. Yes, it's time to end the live session. and we'll be